Peak Credit Union offers the Express Cash Loan, which is a financial tool specifically designed to help people get money fast when life throws an unexpected curveball their way. The core idea here is to provide quick same-day cash as an alternative to the notoriously expensive payday loans that plague the financial landscape. One of the standout operational features is that the application process can be completed online in just a few minutes, either through the credit union's online banking portal or their official mobile app. Once an application is approved, the money is deposited into the specified account that very same day, though it is important to note that a $25 origination fee is deducted from the total payout. The loan sizes themselves are fairly flexible for short-term needs, ranging anywhere from a minimum of $300 up to a maximum of $4,000. When looking at how decisions are made, the unique part of this structure is that non-peak credit history will not impact the applicant. The lending decision relies entirely on the individual's history with Peak Credit Union itself, meaning that outside credit reports are not a factor and the application won't impact an existing credit report. Because of this localized underwriting approach, applicants find out immediately how much money they qualify for without needing any cosigners or additional signatures. However, to even get a foot in the door, there are strict baseline qualifications. An applicant must be a primary member in good standing, and that membership must have been established for at least 10 months. Additionally, being enrolled in online banking and having a valid email address on file are mandatory requirements. For anyone who meets those hurdles, applying is a matter of logging in, navigating to services, selecting Express Cash, filling out the form, and reviewing the terms. Financially speaking, it is crucial to analyze the exact terms and repayment structures. These loans are priced at a 36% rate. While 36% is statistically much lower than typical predatory payday lending, it remains a very high interest rate for a standard consumer loan. To give a concrete example of how this plays out in real dollars, a $4,000 loan based on that 36% rate with a 36-month term results in an estimated monthly payment of $193.31. The repayment timeline scales directly with the amount borrowed. Borrowing $300 to $500 gives a 5-month term, $501 to $700 gives 6 months, and $701 to $999 gives 9 months. Stepping up, $1,000 to $1,500 requires 12 months, $1,501 to $2,000 takes 15 months, $2,001 to $2,500 takes 18 months, $2,501 to $3,000 spans 24 months, and finally, anything from $3,001 to $4,000 stretches over 36 months. From an objective perspective, this tool comes with clear advantages and disadvantages depending on a person's immediate situation. On the positive side, the absolute lack of an outside credit check is a massive win for individuals who have damaged credit histories but have maintained a solid 10-month relationship with Peak Credit Union. It completely eliminates the anxiety of a hard credit inquiry. The convenience of a purely digital, minutes-long application combined with same-day funding solves the literal definition of an emergency pain point when immediate cash is the only solution. Not requiring a cosigner keeps the financial liability strictly on the borrower, protecting personal relationships. Furthermore, giving the borrower the freedom to select a monthly due date from the 1st, 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th, or 25th of the month allows for excellent alignment with personal payday schedules. Automated payments are completely optional and do not factor into the lending decision, giving the borrower full control over how they manage their money. On the flip side, the disadvantages are impossible to ignore and demand careful consideration. The $25 origination fee cuts into the principal immediately, meaning the borrower is paying for money they never actually get to spend. The 36% rate is a heavy financial burden that will cause interest to pile up fast over those longer terms. Flexibility post-approval is also incredibly rigid, as the credit union explicitly states they are unable to offer payment extensions or due date changes once the loan is finalized. If a borrower hits another financial bump and misses a payment, a late fee of 5% of the payment owed is slapped on if the payment isn't made within 10 days of the due date. Return payments also trigger standard consumer loan fees, adding insult to injury. Finally, the 10-month membership waiting period means this is completely useless as an emergency safety net for new members who find themselves in a pinch today. In summary, the Peak Credit Union Express Cash Loan serves as a highly accessible, fast-acting financial band-aid for established members facing sudden expenses. It succeeds in offering a seamless digital path to emergency cash without dragging down outside credit scores. However, the overarching risks are tied directly to the high 36% cost of borrowing and the absolute rigidity of the repayment terms. Borrowers face fixed timelines with zero options for extensions, alongside a 5% late fee for missed deadlines. While it keeps users out of the jaws of traditional payday lenders, it still carries a significant financial weight that can easily strain a tight monthly budget if not managed with absolute precision.